Okay folks, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm covering Acts of Blood on the Steam Deck. And if you're into Indonesian action films, in particular movies like The Raid 1 and 2, I think you will be very much at home with this game. I'm having a load of fun with this. It's a demo, just to be very clear, on Steam at the moment. The full release isn't actually out yet, but I have to say this performs particularly well even for a demo, and it's seems to be well optimized. It's using the latest Unreal Engine as well, which is quite impressive. So maybe just before we start, let me just go through some of the settings I'm using. Now I have the frame limit unlocked here, so I'm going to leave it at 60 FPS, and I will leave the top performance overlay on for folks so they can check that as we're playing. But the best settings I've been actually using for this are medium settings, and set to windowed mode. Now it's not detecting my display resolution correctly in the menu, but I just think that's just a bug. So you can change it from windowed to full screen. So I'd recommend just using windowed, because then it will pick up the accurate resolution of your Steam Deck, which is I believe 1280 by 800. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, as I said, I'm using medium settings here. And yeah, other than that, I just adjusted the music volume a bit so folks can hear it. It's kind of got a pretty rock kind of esque soundtrack. Again, so if you think of the movies that I'm talking about, like The Raid 1 and 2, you will be perfectly at home with this. I'm going to start a new game just to show folks the very beginning. Now I'm going to skip the cutscenes. You start off in your apartment, and you can actually dress your dude in outfits. So let's actually pick something to put on here. I'm going to use the black bean, and actually no, I'll use the washed cap, which is back. Let's give him a green t-shirt maybe, and a jacket or something like that. We won't have a bag. Let's give him tactical gloves. We'll give him green cargo pants and work boots. Yeah, we'll go with that. You can mess around there in the apartment, but we won't do that. We'll just move straight into the game. And the level that you get in the demo is the warehouse area. So let's go ahead and load that. So again, even loading times there are quite good. I'm going to skip the cutscenes just for folks to avoid spoilers. We're going to get straight into the action. So yeah, maybe to explain the game in detail, it's very much akin to, it's like a blend of Batman Arkham Asylum's combat system, but much more visceral, let's say, and actually much more fast paced. So you use X and A to kick and punch, like so. You use Y to actually counter attack, and you can use the left trigger on the Steam Deck to actually roll out of the way. So you kind of clock up some combos really quick, and you can actually do finishing moves if you get them to a weakened state. Now I missed it there. So there, it's actually much. You get a less of a response time to actually counter by pressing Y, but again, the combat feels really kind of visceral and pretty gruesome. Now, even in this demo, I've been told that dismemberment is actually coming, so it's not actually in it yet. But even without the dismemberment, it's pretty gruesome as it is. Once I get into maybe a bitter, more heavier combat scenario in a moment. Yeah, there's also weapons, as I mentioned. So feel great to use. I think, as I said already, it runs really well now. As you can see, with the settings I'm using, it's floating to around 40 to 60 FPS, which is fine. You could probably stabilize this by using locked 40 FPS on your Steam Deck, which is typically what I would do anyway. I've got a finishing move here. Let's pull it off. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And it's kind of got a rage counter as well. Let's just, I won't use it here. I'll use it for maybe another couple of dudes down in another area soon enough. As you can see, it's just, the flow of the combat is really good. I wouldn't say it's as I said, it's very similar or akin to Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight, if you played those games, or even Arkham City, except you need to have a little bit more quicker response time. I think it's much more forgiving in those games than it is in this one. I kind of played through this demo a couple of times now just to kind of practice for the video, and so I'm starting to really get used to the combat. I'm only playing in normal difficulty as well, so The further you get into this now, and they start introducing weapons like guns and everything else, and yeah, you will see the deaths arrive soon enough. Let's go this way. I'll pick up the sledgehammer here. A couple of more dudes here. Skip this. Let's get straight into it. I like the environment design as well. Very good. Again, it's for an indie title. This is incredibly polished. So an exciting year for indie titles. There's a good couple of them I'm going to be covering here in the next few weeks and days ahead. Guns of Fury is another one that's coming up. Oh, what a finisher there. Yeah, so as I said, how this is running currently on the Steam Deck as a demo, very, very smooth, fluid. The controls are spot on. It feels to me like it's deck verified, but again, there's nothing for the demo as of yet. Finish this guy off as well. Come on, get him. There we go. What a finisher. I've leveled up there as well, so there's a leveling up system in this, and there's kind of a rage meter, something again similar to you've seen in other games where you kind of build up the bar if you see it at the top there and you hit the D-pad up to use it. I love the wide range of combos here as well, so you know, it seems to be a free form of combat where I'm pulling off a load of these cool moves, and it's really kind of easy and simple to do that. But there's enough variation there, you know, you're not going to repeat moves over and over and over again. Let's get the cash in here. Somehow he can break safes with his fists, he's very strong. We're going to go this way, and there's another combat scenario around this corner here. I think the guy started introducing knives. Again, I want to show folks as well when the guns come into play as well, things get a little bit more challenging. Again, trust me, I've been playing this a couple of times to try and get pretty good at this before I actually stuck it on. Even just the sound effects as well when you're actually punching and kicking dudes is really good. Let's get that crowbar. I'll go into the rage mode now, just because there's 4 guys here. Good time to do it. As you do that there, he kind of backed up. So much more damage done here. We're absolutely destroying him now at the moment. There we go. Ow. Let's get the knife. Oh, it's actually, sorry, it's a machete. Okay, we keep going this way. Again, feels very fluid. Even some of the mobility there as well, as you can see, climbing. He's pretty much used with the right trigger, and you just tap it, and he kind of freeform runs and jumps, which is pretty cool as well. Press down here and duck. I think there's the combat scenario around the corner here in regards to dudes introducing weapons here as well. So this will be a good showcase, and maybe a good place to finish here. So these can pretty much insta-kill you now if you're not quick. If you don't get the gun off quick enough. Okay, I got it. Okay, I actually got the gun, nice. Let's try and use that as well. Oh, this fucker still got up. I'm gonna try and see if I can kick his ass with the butt of the gun. What's he doing? I think he was waiting for... He's blocking me anyway. Alright, cool, we got him. So yeah, folks, that's a quick look at Acts of Blood on the Steam Deck. As I mentioned, the demo is available. No official release date yet, but it sounds to me like sometime this year. This pretty much does feel pretty much finished. No doubt you can expect some quality of life improvements and or performance and bug fixes coming out on the full release. But I'm really excited for this one. Yeah, and if this has helped, folks, please let me know down in the chat. Get chatting. Do you like this type of game? What do you think of it? And yeah, if you're new to the channel, please consider supporting my work by liking and subscribing. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.